Now, somebody might likely ask, okay, why did Jesus come in the form of a man if you are saying God is not a man? Now, I want you to understand, like I said previously, that the biblical times existed in a heavily, underline that word, heavily patriarchal society, a male-dominated society. As at that time, male dominance made women invisible, made women look like properties, commodities. You are not seen, you are not heard. Even those biblical times, it doesn't mean that women did not do works, women did not partake in those things, but because of their male dominance, they erase it out, making it look as if it was mainly men. I don't know if you understand me. So Jesus coming as a man, taking the body of a man, let's use that word. He taking the body of a man was a strategy. I don't know if you understand. It's just like now, maybe like the way we watch in Nollywood movies, they're trying to trap maybe a very notorious kidnapper or thief, and they will get a woman because they know that maybe they know that that woman is the man's weakness. They will get a woman to be able to trap him. But why are they getting a woman? Why didn't they just go and trap? Because they know it will be difficult. It's like dead on arrival, especially when that person is very notorious, to just go and say you want to trap him. What did they do? They make use of a strategy by making use of a woman. The woman will come like she loves him and everything. And when the man is finally vulnerable, they will do what? Come and arrest him. So Jesus coming as a man, taking the body of a man, was a strategy. If Jesus had come as a woman, it would be dead on arrival, because then women were not allowed to talk. They were not allowed to hold offices. And Jesus, the mission he was coming to do, required him to be bold, publicly talking, publicly challenging them. So there was no way he would have been able to achieve that if he was in the body of a woman. So him coming as a man was a strategy. It's not in any way reaffirming that God is a man. God is neither a man nor a woman. God is spirit. So there's no way God would have made Jesus come as a woman, because it would be dead. I remember I told you that God does not, when God is working in this earth realm, most of the times he has given us dominion over this earth realm. He walks through us. He doesn't override. In your brokenness, he will walk through it. In your limitation, he will walk through it. In your weakness, he will walk through it. Gradually, he will walk through. He doesn't override. So that's the reason why somebody will say, why did he not just come and do another thing? No, that is not the way God operates. He walks through men. That is how God works. As long as this earth realm is concerned, he walks through men. As long as we are still in the era where men are still worshiping God, we have not got to the era where God said, if we fail to worship him, he will raise stone. Maybe that one will be another type of operation. But as long as this earth realm is concerned, where humans are still here, God works his major way of operation, except during times of divine intervention and miracles. His major way of operation, his major modus operandi is to walk through men rather than override men. So Jesus was walking through the brokenness of the world as at that time. He was walking through their limitation as at that time. He was walking through their weaknesses as at that time of being in a male-dominated system. So him coming as a man was a strategy, because him being in that male body allowed Jesus to be able to move freely in the society. You and I know that Jesus was always on the move from one place to another, doing miracles, teaching, allowed him, even morning, day and night, allowed him move freely, allowed him to be able to teach in public places religiously. Because there was no way, as a woman, that you are not supposed to be hold public offices like that and teach publicly. So him having a woman body would not allow him do that. I don't know if you're getting me. So that male body was a strategy so that he could be able to move freely in the society without any form of restriction, because he's a man. Him having that male body allowed him to be able to teach publicly because he's in a man's body. Him being a male allowed him to be able